Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a huge pile of palettes in front of me, and that is because today I'm going to do my first ever dupe that palette. So today I'm going to be duping this beautiful palette right here. This is the Inglot Cosmetics Blueprint palette. Now, when I first saw this palette was released, I was super excited by the idea of an all blue palette, and then I saw the inside, which is right here, and I was a little bit disappointed. So today I have kind of a two-pronged plan approach for my dupe palette. So I'm thinking that I might dupe the palette but also make it better. So that's my plan. I'm thinking that firstly I might do a version of it where I completely dupe it, and then after that I might try and swap out like the four neutral colors in it for more blues and to make it like a fully blue palette. So if you want to see what I create, let's jump on into it right now. I'm gonna have to bring up the Blueprint palette on my phone with some swatches. Now, when I first saw this palette, there's a color in the palette when I saw the pictures that looked actually quite red, which is the color Hammered. But when I saw the swatches, it's actually a very neutral brown color. It's very, if I can find a photo of swatches, I will put it here on the screen for you, but it's just like a deep brown matte color. So I was a little bit disappointed on that front as well. With all that being said, I'm just going to move all these palettes out of the way. I do have an empty, it's kind of empty, it's a little bit dirty, but I have an empty 9-pan palette here that I'm thinking that I'll use to put the colors in. And first of all, I'm gonna go through all of my palettes here, and I'm going to take out any neutrals or blues that I think would be appropriate for this palette, and then we'll go from there. This is what we have to work with. So lots of shimmers in here, but that is fine because the Melt palette is majority shimmers. There's only 2 mattes through the whole Melt palette, so I think are good with this. There's a few colors that I kind of already know that I want. I'm going to separate this into like blues on one side and neutrals on the other, and that might help us break through it a little bit more. Oh my gosh, this is so pleasing to the eye. Okay, now I left the silver out because it's kind of fitting in the middle of everything. I have my neutrals up in the corner here. I have my blues down here, and we also have a silver. So I think, first of all, I'm gonna go through and make palette number 1, which is going to be the dupe of the Melt Cosmetics Blueprint palette. So we're going to do a flat out dupe, and then I'm going to make my own palette where it's going to be like only blues. And I think I'm going to go through these ones first and find 4 out of here, and then I'm going to tackle this big job here and go from there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and swatch this beauty. Oh my gosh, just looking at this, I get so excited. I can already like see a couple of looks that I could easily create with this palette. And I mean, this was time consuming trying to dupe this palette, but it was actually really fun. And it was actually fun to, you know, play with my eyeshadows again and, you know, stick my fingers in things and swatch it out and just enjoy my collection again. Because, you know, when you have a single eyeshadow collection as big as I do, sometimes you can forget the beauty that is within your collection. So let's start off with swatching this palette. So this first one here is Glaminatrix Cosmetics Ice Cold. Makeup Geek Pegasus. Man, this is an oldie. Boy, oh boy, this is a throwback. I don't even know whether you can get this color anymore. But if you have it in your collection, I suggest you grab her out because she's a beauty. Inglot Cosmetics Insomnia. Let me get a good... These are a little bit powdery, so they can be a little bit chunky to swatch. Especially the like deeper colors. But when you work with these on the eye with a brush, they are beautiful. How are we looking so far? Oh, pretty! And lastly, for the blues, we have Glaminatrix Cosmetics Sapphire. Oh, that is so pretty. Man, I forget how pretty that shade is. Okay, so that's our quad of 4 blues. Then onto the neutral end. Firstly, we have Sydney Grace Major. Sydney Grace Tiger Tail. Inglot Cosmetics 302. This is another one that is difficult to swatch, but on the eyes it's pretty. But it gives me that nice, deep, rich, chocolatey brown. And last but not least is Makeup Geek Flamethrower. I'm actually surprised that there's a couple of Makeup Geek shadows that featured in this one. And she's still a gorgeous color. So this is my custom duped Melt Cosmetics blueprint palette that I duped with what I have in my collection of singles. What do you guys think of my blueprint dupe? Okay, now is the fun time. We get to design our own blueprint we get to design our own blueprint palette. So right from get-go, can you guys guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hoik these to the side. They're out of here. I'm also going to get rid of these 2, I think, just because I don't know if they have a place in my blueprint palette. So this is my version of my ultimate blueprint palette. I would have loved to have seen the blueprint palette in a all blue color story. Having the half neutral, half blue, I wasn't a massive fan of it, so I decided to go ahead and create my own version of what I would have liked to have seen. So I'm going to swatch this out and show you guys what this looks like completely swatched out together on my arm, and then we shall wrap up the video. Alrighty, so this is my 8-pan blueprint. This is my 8-pan Bettina blueprint palette. This is more what I would have liked to have seen from the Melt palette. I'd have preferred to see like an all blue palette. This is what I created instead. I think I really like it. I actually might keep this palette out for, you know, a little while, keep it like this and do some looks with it. If you do want to see me do a look specifically with this palette, let me know and I can try and film that maybe. And yeah, if you like this palette, like this video, Let me know down in the comments box if you were creating a blueprint palette, what specific shades would you like to see in it. While you're down there, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos and content like this. You can also join my membership for extra perks and applaud this video if you like. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope that you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy and looking after yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, beautiful. Goodbye, beautiful. I always feel so awkward doing this. Goodbye, beautiful.